This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We are here in Birmingham ahead of the last man standing, aka shit or bust if you're Eddie Hearn, press conference. One half of that fight, Leigh Wood. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. Good to be back, seeing all the familiar faces. Yeah, big fight vibes again.
Is it like going back to an ex after you've been away for a bit with Matchroom?
A little bit, yeah. But in a nice way though. That's like some good memories, you know.
Well, yeah, let's actually talk about them memories before we talk about the rematch. It feels like a long time ago now that I think you gave British boxing some of the best nights over about a 2-year period where it was just one fight after another. I know you had the Lara loss in between, but that avenged that straight away. It's actually mad when you look at it, Leigh.
Yeah, it was fun, mate. Breaking necks and cashing checks. Here he is, just walked in here.
There he is.
And yeah, I had some good nights. And hopefully another on 21st Feb.
Josh Warrington just walking in, give you a little glance. Do you remember the first press conference when this fight originally got announced, the first fight, and how much of a difference is there between the feelings towards each other from then to now?
Yeah, a lot of things have changed since then. I think the last time, the first fight, I was fighting regular. I was fighting. I think I boxed in February, May, and then October, which sounds good. Oh, he was active, but I was a bit tired. You know, I was like, it went from camp to camp to camp, and I remember I went out to Fort Aventura for the camp, and I was thinking, just get through this camp, get this result. Not only I was back-to-back camps, but I was making the weight. It was really the last time I made featherweight. It was really hard to make. So in my head, I was thinking, right, just at any cost, win this fight, get through this camp, and job done. And I did that, and it was a hard to make the weight, hard to perform at that as well. But we got there. Yeah, and I had some really good memories that year. Not so good memories and good memories. The Leigh rematch and then the Warrington fight. But yeah, hopefully a better performance for me this time. Not that it was bad last time, but I could do better. I could do a better job.
How big of a part did it being in Nottingham play in this fight getting over the line?
Yeah, look, well, I was champion the first time. We met in Sheffield, 30 minutes from Leeds, an hour from Nottingham. Wasn't in the middle ground really. So I feel like winning the first fight, why would I go to Leeds? Why would I give him any advantage at all? Kind of like a spoiled kid if it was that way, wasn't it? So I earned it, and that's why we're in Nottingham. It was never going to be anywhere else.
Would it be fair to say that you don't like Josh Warrington?
Yeah, for sure. I think the feeling's mutual. For many reasons, not because I don't dislike him for no reason. I dislike him because of how he's gone off after the fight, things he's said. For example, when I lost to Lara, I never said, "Oh, lucky shot." And if I did think that, then you can't really put that right because you think, right, going to the second fight, just make sure I don't get caught with a lucky shot. How do you prepare for that? The Lara rematch was basically he's a counter puncher, and I told him to go, and I wasn't ready for the counter. That's what happened, without the timing of it and that. But pretty much that's what happened with him. Lucky shot. Ref stopped it too early. A world class referee, world class, and like he's in world title fights all the time. Like at that level, like he got it wrong today. Even though Josh was looking up at block 15 when the ref was counting. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like there's a reason for the needle between us, and hopefully I can put another nail in the coffin on February 21st.
When you watch it back, certainly the knockout, is there any part of you that thinks, okay, Josh might have a point, or is it clear cut for you, stoppage, knockout?
It's clear cut. Like, I just think like if he says it's a lucky shot, okay, what about the 300 or 400 punches you hit me with? How come none of them was lucky? And I tell you why, probably because I'm more resilient. But not only that, he can't punch. So he could hit me with 300 or 400 punches. He needs to be perfect for 1,200 seconds of the fight or more, whatever it is. I need to be perfect for 1 or 2 seconds of the fight. And that pretty much summarises the whole fight.
Would you think that will play out the same this time in the fact that you may give away rounds, but at some point in those 12 rounds, you will land that shot.
No, it's not the fact of giving away rounds. It's the fact of how hard are you going to work to win them rounds, and at what cost. The cost of the fight, no good is it?
What have you made of Josh's performances since your fight with him?
Average. No, he went the distance with Kachi, but I feel like he didn't really try to win. He just tried to survive. And then he boxed again. One fight didn't look great. It looked like he was very nervous. Yeah, I'm expecting a better Josh on February 21st for sure. I'm expecting the best we've ever seen him. That's how you have to prepare. But as of late, he's not really looked that great.
As I said earlier, Eddie Hearn said this is shit or bust, and it really is for the loser, probably the end of the road. But what does it do for the winner? And in your mind, you're going to be winning this fight. Where does this take you after February?
I'm not really looking at this. This could be my last fight. I want to finish on a high. Maybe I win and then call it a day. But I'm not even thinking about it, to be honest. All I'm thinking is get this win at any cost. I'm not really thinking about after, but could be the last one.
To be fair, you've always kind of teetered on the edge of saying you're going to retire after this fight. Going back from like the Lara days, you said you don't want to be in this game for too long, and it would be some way to go out should you pull it off in February.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to retire from boxing, not boxing retire me, as people say. And also, what happens with boxing is your value is based on your last fight. So everyone wins the fight, and then you go, right, one more fight because I've got good value. I've got big value again. But it's not really. I don't really need to do that. You know, I want to win. And think, you know what, finish on a high. I remember my last fight. Everyone else remember my last fight, and walk away with my chin up instead of thinking win. Right, grab now a bucket full of money again. No, I don't want to do that. I see a lot of fighters do that. I don't want to do that. So.
Have you had a chance over the past 12 months to kind of sit down, reflect, and look over your career and kind of mostly the latter stages where it did just light up?
Yeah, of course, a little bit, but I don't want to dwell on it too much yet. You know, I'm not retired yet, so. But for sure, I can hold my head up high, and I've achieved things that not many fighters get to achieve. And at some stages of my own career, I thought I wouldn't achieve. So yeah, in that respect, you know, I can fill myself with pride in that. You know, I've done what I set out to do, more than what I set out to do. Apart from one thing we're going to talk about. Apart from that one thing, I've pretty much done everything I wanted to do. So.
Last one. Who dislikes the other more? Is it you to Josh or Josh to you?
I can tell you now it's Josh to me because I beat him. I need to hate someone he beat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you have to ask him that same question and see what response you get.